Morning, everyone. It's Miriam again, and it's Wednesday morning before I head out to work. This is going to be my third attempt at making this video because everyone just keeps walking into my room and then my computer died. So I'm going to try to fit it as much as I can before someone comes in here. Regarding my favorite scene, it was actually pretty difficult for me to choose since I've already seen this movie twice. And I felt that with this movie, it's not the type of movie where you see it once and you're just kind of finished with it. You notice a lot of different things the second time you watch it. The first time you watch a movie, it's kind of just for entertainment value, but you tend to notice a few more things later on when you watch it again. And this is one of those films. And I decided for my favorite scene, I would pick the scene where Alex reveals to his mother that the Berlin Wall fell and her reaction to that. One of the reasons I really like that scene is because while it doesn't necessarily tie every loose end of the movie up, it does show a type of reconciliation for Alex and his identity as a person and also as a German citizen, because we just see throughout the entire movie that he's just torn between missing the the things used to be in the German Democratic Republic, even though he wasn't happy with it. And I mean, we saw that he was at the demonstration, so clearly he didn't agree with the way things were. But we see that once that changes, that he just comes overwhelmed with all of the rapid progression of consumerism and capitalism in East Berlin. And we see his frustration a few times in the film. So when we see the final broadcast that he makes, I got the sense that during a few lines of the dialogue done by the taxi driver that looked like Sigmund Jähn, that not only was it just a speech, but it was also Alex's way of communicating to his mother that he finally dealt with the issues of loss that he'd experienced in his past, not only the loss of his father, but the loss of a nation that he grew up with, and was accepting that that change was happening and was ready to move forward and try to, if not embrace, try to adapt to that new situation. Because this movie really is a sort of intimate retelling of the kind of ambiguity and uncertainty that followed. Because, I mean, that's just an entire group of people that grew up under the East, and all of a sudden everything changed for them, even their currency. And we saw that earlier in the film when Alex got so frustrated that he couldn't exchange his mother's currency for new Deutschmarks. And let's see, what else? Another interesting thing that I noticed was that let me see what it was called. Gotta pull it up really quick. During the news segment, the national anthem of East Germany plays, and it also continues to play after the segment finishes. And I looked that up just because I wanted to find out a little bit about that music. And the theme of that piece that was written was about a Germany. Let me look at that again. I'm sorry. I wrote it in here. It celebrates a Germany that is risen out of the old. And that clearly resonates with the theme of the movie, because the Germany that arises out of the fall of the Soviet Union. Where was I going with that? Well, it's an auditory cue to the audience. It wasn't exactly so clear to me the first time because I just thought it was just, regular soundtrack music from a movie. When I looked that up, though, I realized that it would hold a deeper meaning, not only for German people, but for people who grew up under that regime. And I also liked how he used the taxi driver that looked like Sigmund Jähn, and again, we don't know if it is him for sure. It's indicated, but not entirely certain, because it connects Alex's past and his kind of fondness for space travel and things like that with the idea that it possibly was an illusion, but it gave him something to hope for, and it gave him a sense of identity with Germany. Let's see. I gotta head out to class now, so I guess I'll just conclude my video there.